Here is an estimating cost that almost never gets its own line item. Rebuilding something your company already figured out. You priced this wall before. You worked out the waste, the labor, the material, and the scope note. Then the next bid arrives, and the useful part of that work is buried in a spreadsheet, a marked up PDF, or one person's memory. So you build it again. Let's put a number on that. This is an illustrative workload, not a customer result, and not a promise of savings. Say you bid 4 jobs a week and spend 45 repeat minutes on each one, finding an old file, checking what the number meant, rebuilding formulas, and rewriting scope notes. Across 50 working weeks, that is 150 hours. If estimating time is worth $60 an hour, that is $9,000 of repeat work exposure every year. Use your own numbers. The point is to make the hidden repetition visible. Now let me show you what should survive from one estimate to the next. This is a real Takeoff Field Tools project built from an owned synthetic drywall plan. The first useful thing is not the bid total, it is the trail behind it. The project keeps the calibrated drawing, 220 linear feet of partition, 4,106 square feet of net wall area, 3,500 square feet of ceiling, and 7 opening returns. Each quantity can still lead a reviewer back to the sheet and the note that explains how it was measured. Move into the estimate, and the measured facts stay separate from the decisions. The assembly expands into material and labor components. Waste, conversion, unit cost, and markup remain visible. These are synthetic test costs, not market pricing, but the structure is real. If a cost changes, you can change it deliberately and see which line moved instead of replacing a mystery total. That matters because a good estimate is more than arithmetic. It is a collection of decisions someone may need to defend later. What was included? What was excluded? Which alternate is optional? Which quantity came from which drawing? What changed after review? Takeoff can freeze a reviewed bid snapshot, group the estimate for export, and build a proposal that keeps the number beside its scope, inclusions, exclusions, qualifications, and alternates. That is the communication part of estimating. A total by itself is not a handoff. Another person needs enough context to understand what the total buys. Then the project persists locally. Save it, leave it, reopen it, and the drawing, calibration, quantity, source note, estimate lines, warnings, and review checkpoint are still there. You can also export the project as a package and restore it in a clean workspace. That is useful for a deliberate backup or project transfer without turning the work into a cloud dependency. But the biggest payoff appears on the next project. This second synthetic project starts from reviewed knowledge carried forward from the first one. The imported provenance is visible. The assembly, formula, output unit, and review context did not have to be reconstructed from a screenshot or somebody's memory. And then comes the important part. I change a cost for this job. Reuse is not autopilot. Last month's material price may be wrong. The crew mix may be different. Access, phasing, waste, taxes, freight, and risk may have changed. Takeoff gives you a reviewed starting point. It does not decide that an old assumption belongs on a new project. You still review the drawing, the scope, and every job-specific condition. That is what the phrase, "every estimate should make the next one better," actually means. Keep the assembly that worked. Keep the formula and why it exists. Keep the source note, the exclusions, and the review checkpoint. Then make the new project different where reality is different. Takeoff Field Tools is local Windows software for contractors who want that workflow without a recurring seat fee. It is not an AI auto takeoff service, a full PDF editor, a real-time multi-user cloud platform, or a mobile field app. If those are essential, choose a product built around them. If you want construction takeoff and estimating software for Windows, Takeoff Field Tools is $79 once, no subscription. The link below opens a complete product workflow and the current purchase page. Before buying anything, try the free practice plans and ask one question of your present system. When this estimate is finished, what useful knowledge will still be available for the next one?